Next we have rectangle option. Here you can select the rectangle, or else you can type REC from your keyboard and then hit the enter button. You will be specifying your first point, and then here you can see that area, dimension and then rotation. You will be specifying dimensions. You will be specifying the length of a rectangle and then the width of the rectangle. Say length is 50 and then my width is 80. Enter. Like this you will be getting the rectangle. Rectangle itself we have two more types. Here you can see chamfer and then fillet. First we will see chamfer option. Here it is asking for chamfer distance. I will give it as 5 and the second distance also 5. Now you can draw a rectangle and you can see that the endpoints are chamfered. This is second type of rectangle. And one more type is we have fillet. We will be specifying the fillet radius as 6 mm. Enter, and I will be drawing a rectangle. You can see that the edges are filleted edge. And next we have polygon option. Here we are having the polygon. It is asking for number of sides. Say for example, I am drawing a hexagon. Hexagon, it will be having 6 sides. I will enter 6 and then enter. It is asking for center and I will be choosing the center point, and now you can see that it is asking for inscribed in circle and circumscribed about the circle. What is this inscribed in circle and circumscribed about a circle? Let me explain you. In this drawing you can see that in my first example there is a circle and inside the circle there is a polygon drawn, that is hexagon. And in my second example you can see there is a same circle with the same radius, but the polygon is drawn outside the circle. This is what inscribed in a circle and circumscribed about a circle means. So this is my inscribed in a circle and the second one is my circumscribed about the circle. Then let's see how to draw a polygon. Go for polygon, enter the number of sides and select the center point of a polygon. Inscribed in a circle or circumscribed about the circle, whichever you want, you can select. Specify the radius of a circle, say 20 mm. Like this, you will be drawing a polygon. Once again, we will draw a pentagon which has a number of sides as 5 and is specifying the center point. Inscribed in a circle or circumscribed about the circle, you will be selecting and you will be drawing. You will be specifying the radius, say 30. Like this, you will be using polygon tool. Then next we have ellipse option. In ellipse we have 3 types: center, axis end and then elliptical arc. First let me see how to draw ellipse with center. I will be selecting the center and I will be selecting my center point, then end point of my major axis or minor axis, and next I will be specifying the other axis. Like this, we will be drawing a ellipse. Once again, I will be selecting the center ellipse with center point. I will be specifying my center point of ellipse. I will be specifying the major axis or minor axis distance, and I will be specifying the other axis. Like this, ellipse can be drawn. And the other thing is axis and then end. How to draw axis and then end? In first circle, we draw center as my first point and then axis end as my second point. But here we will be specifying the length of our axis. First point and then second point, which means the length of my axis, and then I will be specifying the second length of my axis, that is major axis or else minor axis. Then the next draw tool is spline. In order to draw a spline line, you can go for spline here, or else you can type from your keyboard SPL. Spline stands for special line. So you will be specifying the points of a line. the spline will be embedded with both points and then curves. We will specify the points, next point, we will be specifying. Okay, then in order to edit this, you will select a spline and you can see that there are endpoints where all I have clicked. There you can see the endpoints. So with the help of these endpoints, you can control the shape of a spline like this, dragging it wherever you want. So this is how we use the spline option. The next command we have is X-line or else the construction line. You can select here or else you can type X-line. Enter. X-line is a continuous line with no endpoints. You can specify either vertically or else horizontally like this. X-line is a infinite line used for construction purposes. In the same way of X-line, we have ray option. The difference between X-line and ray is the ray line is also an infinite line, but it is drawn from a starting point. Wherever you click, it will be taking as a starting point and then it will be a continuous infinite line. You can draw it either vertically or else horizontally in both the direction. You can see how much ever you zoom in or zoom out, it is a infinite line. Okay, this is ray option. And the next option is donut option. How to draw a donut? I will be entering donut, DO, enter. Here it is asking for a inside diameter, say 10, and it is asking for outside diameter, say 15. Enter. So you can see that the donut is formed with the internal diameter 10 and the outside diameter 15. Wherever you click, then you can see the donut option is created. And the next command is division cloud. In division cloud, we will be having three types, that is rectangular, polygonal and then freehand. How to draw rectangular division cloud? I will select and we will be drawing a rectangle, simple rectangle. The ends will be in the shape of cloud. And the second thing is we have polygonal. You can draw the polygonal shape you want. For example, like this. And the last thing is we have freehand division cloud. In whichever the direction you will be taking your cursor, in that direction the curve will be formed. That is, the division cloud will be formed. This is how we use freehand division cloud. And the next tool is wipeout tool. How to use wipeout and what is the use of wipeout? Here I will be selecting wipeout. The use of wipeout is, it is used to hide the sketch temporarily. I will be selecting the first point and I will specifying the next points of my wipeout tool. After my endpoint, I will give enter key. So you can see that my drawing is hidden. Now you can see that my drawing is hidden, but it is hidden temporarily. You can draw any drawings on this wipeout, and if you delete this wipeout, still the drawing does not get deleted. Okay, the previous drawing and the drawing which I drawn on wipeout command, both are present. Okay, so this is all about the basic draw tools of AutoCAD. Let's meet in the next video. Thank you.